Good night, guys. Welcome to my broadcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, invite a friend. Share the broadcast, beautiful people. Well, tonight our topic will be about inner peace. So let's get to the root of what is inner peace. So here are some tips. Inner peace, it is referring to our state of being mentally and spiritually at peace, right? With enough knowledge to understand and to keep oneself strong in the face of discord or stress. Being at peace is considered by many to be healthy and the opposite of being stressed or anxious, okay? So inner peace is less overthinking, less worries, you understand? Less stressing yourself over unnecessary things, unnecessary factors, and make yourself happy. Make yourself, because if you're gonna get up every day and you're gonna stress about life, stress about this, every little thing, it's not healthy for you. It's like you are bringing down yourself. And when I said you're bringing down yourself, that simply means that you are running yourself down to getting sick, right? Because it's not healthy for the mind, physically and mentally, emotionally and spiritually, right? So when we find that peace within ourselves, and when we find that peace about what's stressing us, what is causing us anxiety, right? And yes, it is how we think at times, right? So being able to always be peaceful with others. Sometimes when I say be peaceful, right, it's like, when you have at times people try to get you upset, get you annoyed, get you angry, get you frustrated. There's another way of how to deal with things, right? You can either avoid the argumentation, the conflicts. There's, ways in which you can handle it as, like grown-ups will always do without doing negative things in a sense. So when I say doing negative things, like because that person is cursing you, trying to upset you, to annoy you, that doesn't mean that you should give in and start to do the same. There's ways in which you can go about the situation. So you can go for a walk, you can go for a drive out, you can just listen to what the person wants to say, because it's always freedom of speech at times. So people, they're free to pause their opinions, they're free to pose whatever it's on their mind, but it's how you deal with it on another level, right? So you just have to be the grown-up, the bigger person. So at times you can just avoid the old drama thing with people, like just walk away. And to me, that's like negativity. So you just want to have the light around you. You want to be positive in everything that you do, everything that you say, and how you think, because the mind is something that, it overthinks at times. And how we think, sometimes we bring it to the forefront. It's like we're sending it out in the universe, you understand? So it's how you think at times, because sometimes the mind can play tricks with you, right? So you have to control the way how you think, the way how you speak, and how you handle certain situation, right? So when you have that inner peace within you, it helps you in order to be on a different level with certain things, and to see things on a different perspective, right? So we can manage it. We are controlling certain things, right? So inner peace is your state of being, right? State of wellness, state of thinking, and your happiness as well. So I just want to run through certain things, and it also means no running from one thoughts to another constantly, right? So running from one thoughts, because remember, the mind overthink, right? And we're always thinking what tomorrow will be, what we're gonna do here and there, right? So we have to control that, right? We have to control that, our state of mind, how we're thinking, right? So beautiful people, I want you to share this broadcast. Tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. What are you waiting on? This is my platform, and I'm dealing with nothing but positivity, positive vibes, and I am here if somebody needs to talk in terms of any little topic, anything that's on your mind. You can shoot me a message, okay? So share, like, and subscribe to each and every one. Have a blessed night, and thanks for tuning in. And I just wanted to, shed some light in terms of inner peace. It's our mental state of mind, how we think, how we perceive things, how we angle it, how we control it, right? So once you're able to do all those things, you're at peace within yourself. You understand? And you'll just see you're just being happy when you start to take control of that, because remember, the mind, sometimes the mind can play tricks on us as well. So we have to control that. We have to control the way how we think, like I said early on. We have to control how we deal with certain people. We have to control our anger, our temper, our frustration, right? We have to deal with that. We have to control it in order for us to have that inner peace within ourselves, okay? So yeah, exactly. So the state of mind, right? So it's cramped with thoughts, fears, worries, endless thinking. So constantly thinking, constantly worrying doesn't get us anywhere, because sometimes it helps to get us sick to a point, right? So we have to control our state of mind, because our state of mind can wreck our mental subconscious level, right? So we have to change how we think. We have to change how we speak. We have to change our actions, in other terms, right? So we have to learn to let go. There are certain things that we cannot control, right? There are certain things that we can control at a certain extent. But when we see that there's things that is out of our control, we have to learn to let it go and let it flow, in a sense. Because if, per se, as an example, if Mary say to you, as an example, Mary say to you, okay, I'm gonna go down the road, and you know in your head that telling Mary not to go, and Mary still, she insists on going, you just have to leave Mary to go. You understand me? If, per se, you don't have the money and doesn't help worrying about the money, there's other ways and means. You can see if you can ask a friend, a family member, somebody, something down the line to help you with the money. If you see it doesn't work out that way, you just have to let it go until that money comes in place. It's just an example I'm giving, okay? It's because we worry constantly about stuff which we cannot help. But sometimes we have to learn to let go certain things, let go of certain worrying, because it does not help with our subconscious level, our mental state. It does not help, because sometimes it ruins it really, really ruins our health, right? And our happiness as well, because our happiness is very important. And if you do not have that, you're not in your well frame of mind, right? How can you have that happiness? How can you have it? How can that fall in place, right? Certain things we cannot control, certain things we can control in a different light. So I just want to say, beautiful people, we have to start, growing in a sense, and we have to start thinking more positive in order for us to come to some successful or some positive, resolution. We have to change our mental state of thinking. Sometimes if someone say to you, okay, you're ugly, that's okay, that's fine. That's their opinion, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna kill yourself or you're gonna cry yourself to death because the person say you're ugly or the person doesn't like you. That's fine, that's okay. Not everybody is gonna like you, not everybody is gonna love you, not everybody is gonna accept you for who you are. As long as you know within yourself you're being true to yourself and you're being honest to yourself, right? That way you have that inner peace within yourself because you know who you are. Okay, so lovely people, I just want to shed a little light based on inner peace for tonight, as that is my topic, and I want to come on here, just to shed some light and just to help people out there, because we don't know what people are going through. We don't know how people are thinking, so if by me coming on here and talking about inner peace and trying to shed some light and somebody will appreciate that, that makes me happy, and that's fine by me. You don't have to agree with everything that I say, but that is my opinion, that is my perspective, that is how I perceive and how I think in terms of inner peace, right? Inner peace, it brings you to another level in your life. It's like you're growing. It's like you're looking at life, you're looking at things on a different level, how to handle certain situation. You're grown, you're mature, your maturity, you understand? So all these things fall in line with inner peace, right? And inner peace as well is when you have peace within you. You cannot say you forgive somebody and then you don't forgive that person. You don't have inner peace. There's no peace within your soul, because forgiveness is very important in life. Sometimes we have to learn to forgive. I'm not saying that we have to forget. We're not going to forget, but we have to forgive in order for us to grow on a certain extent. Because sometimes when we say we forgive people, that is not true. And be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself. You got to let go of that baggage that you're carrying, that load that you're carrying. You got to let it go. Let it go, leave it in the Lord's hands for him to take control at the end of the day. As long as you know that you forgive and you let go, you're moving forward. Because if you do not forgive, there's no way you can move forward or have that inner peace within yourself. You're not being true to yourself right there. Okay? So beautiful people, I want you tonight, to just start thinking positive. Start thinking differently. Think and you just reflect back on certain situation and ask yourself, I could have dealt with it on a different level, because it's gonna plague your mind. If something happens, it keeps plaguing your mind, you don't have that peace within you because it's not resolved. Whatever the situation is, it is not resolved. You understand? Once it starts keep plaguing you, you keep talking about it constantly, it's bothering you. there's no peace. There's no peace on your subconscious level. You understand? So you got to find ways and means how you're going to deal with the situation. As an example, if somebody offends you once again, right? It's either you're going to be the bigger person, reach out to that individual, let them know how you feel about certain things. As long as you get that off your mind and get that out, you find that peace within you, because at least you let it out, at least you let it go, at least it's off your chest. You understand? At least you will stop thinking about it, and you will stop looking at the person on a negative level, right? So I just want everyone to start thinking, to change your thoughts, change your mental state of thinking, your mental state of the actions that you're doing, right? And start to think positive. We're gonna talk. I want you to speak, to do nothing but positivity, positivity, because once you start attracting negativity, you're getting nothing but negative energy. So if you're giving me negativity, you're gonna get back negativity. Once you start giving me positivity, you're gonna get nothing but positive vibes, positive energy. You understand? So it's our ways of thinking. We got to train our minds. We got to control our level of how we think, our thoughts. You understand? We got to control that. And I'm pretty sure we can do that. We can do that. We have to control our minds, not let your mind control you. Because once your mind starts to control you, that is it for you. You understand? You have to control your level of subconsciousness, right? And we have to control our tempers. We have to control how we say things to people. If I always remember my mom always say to me, if you don't have nothing good for say, don't say it. My mom always tell me, if somebody upset you, don't be quick to jump and say anything, because sometimes the things that we say, we will later regret. Then again, your subconscious level, the way you think, that's what kicks in. So you act fast without thinking. Because if Mary say, oh, you know what, you're too this, you're too that, and it hurt you, it burn you, you're going to jump in and you're going to tell about Mary afterwards. No. Sometimes we got to learn how to differentiate. We got to learn how to deal with certain people, certain situation. We got to learn how to deal with that. Okay? So, inner peace can go really deep, really, really deep. We have to let go of certain things off our subconscious level. We have to let it go. Because if we don't let it go, it can drive us insane. It can drive us mental. And if somebody do you something, you think they're gonna stop and think what they're doing at times and say, oh, you know, I did this to her? No. Because you have some people, they will stop and think. Some people, they won't. And you cannot change that, because that's who they are. And that's what they have on their mind, they want to say. So you can't change that. But you have to know on a subconscious level how to deal with it, how to deal with certain individuals. It's not going to be easy, but you got to come to some terms, because you don't want it to plague you constantly. That means you can't able to move forward. So some things you gotta just learn to let go. Certain things you gotta learn how, just sit and analyze and assess and weigh the situation, do the pros and cons before you you do something that is not right. Right? So inner peace, we have to let go of certain things. And when you empty those unnecessary worries, stress, anxieties, things that brings on the anxiety on your subconscious level, once you let that go, free your mind from the worries, the stress, the unnecessary thinking, overthinking, right, which limits you and wastes your energy. You will see the difference. You got to make yourself happy. You got to let go those burdens, that heavy load, those worries, let it go, because some things we cannot control, some things we can control. So beautiful people, I just wanted to go a little bit deep and touch, on certain topics at times, because as I said, my platform is nothing but positivity and positive energy, right? So inner peace is like you're cleaning and you're emptying that room. You're emptying the room, the unnecessary things that's inside your head. You're clearing. It's like, when you have a room that is overflowed with things, right? And some of those things they're not even necessary because you don't really need them, right? The room is filled with certain things that you don't need them, but they're just sitting there and taking up space. It's just the same as your mind. You're overthinking certain things that is unnecessary. So you gotta free your mind, empty, release, let go. You understand? And like I said, you're emptying your mind of unnecessary and negative thoughts, and it will fill with happiness and inner peace, with nothing to disturb your mind, your subconscious level, and you can see the result. So sometimes we can do a little meditation, little yoga, little exercise, and free our mind, set our minds free from unnecessary things that burdens the mind. The mind is very powerful. So sometimes the mind can play tricks on you to how you think and how you're overthinking, you're overprocessing things. You understand? So we have to train our mind, train our subconscious level, our way of thinking. So when you remove all those unnecessary and those useless stuff from your mind, you become more alive. When I say more alive, you're more energetic. So these negative and meaningless thoughts will be gone, and you will see everything more clearly, like you've never did before. You understand? It's like taking away a curtain that distorts your vision. You understand? So you're removing, like I said before, you're removing all the unnecessary. If the room is clutter, you're removing the unnecessary. So if you have to throw it out, if you have to give it to Goodwill, give it to somebody that needs it while it's sitting there collecting dust. You understand me? Because that's the mind, that's the way the mind thinks as well. The mind is collecting all these unnecessary information, these unnecessary thoughts, these unnecessary ways of thinking. You understand me? So I do hope those, you know, somebody can see this clear and understand what I am trying to say here in terms of inner peace. So if something is out that's bothering you or upsetting you, just let it go. Let it go. Just say, you know what? I let it go at this point. And everything that you do as well, try to put God in the midst of it. Pray on it as well. I know some people is not religious. I know some people believe there's no God. Some people, you know, the way all people think, but certain things that we cannot control, we have to let it go. Let it go. Do not collect unnecessary, useless thoughts to upstore our minds, our subconscious level. Because if it's not resolved, it's going to keep bubbling over. Keep repeating like a cassette. Rewinding. So if something is not going that way, change the mode. And think of other ways and means how you can solve it. If somebody offend you or something, forgive and move on. Let it go. Release it from your mind. Release it from your system, because it's not good. Right? So if you're interested in me touching more topics, you can reach out to me as well. And if you want me to elaborate more in terms of inner peace, I am down for it. Okay? So beautiful people, I hope you were motivated tonight in terms of me shedding some light on inner peace. I just wanted to shed some light, motivate somebody tonight, go a little bit in depth in terms of inner peace, because sometimes I said, we overthink, we overprocess certain things, and sometimes when we're even thinking, it's not even positivity, it's nothing positive, and it just make the situation worse. Sometimes we gotta slow down, we gotta analyze, process, weigh the thing before we jump to some kind of conclusion or resolution, right? Sometimes we overthink doesn't get us anywhere. It more than it just causes more harm to the mind and the body. Okay, so give me a thumbs up, give me a like, let me know how was this topic. I will be happy to hear your feedback instead of you watching the videos and not saying anything. And remember to tell a friend, share, like, subscribe. And once again, welcome to my channel. And this is my channel where I do nothing but motivating speaking. So I will be touching more topics, and I will be touching topics based on certain songs as well, reviewing certain songs as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope at least somebody find some message within my topic tonight in terms of inner peace, and was able to understand a little bit and try to change their mental state of thinking, their mental state of how they do certain things. Because yes, the mind is very powerful. The mind can do a lot. The mind can play lots of tricks. It does. And as well. So, if inner peace, mental health, mental strength, and inner peace goes hand in hand. And mentally, some people are confident that they can handle whatever life throws at them, which is true. That does not say they don't feel pain, or that they don't get sad or unhappy, or they don't express their emotions. They do, but at the end of the day, they learn to control. They control their inner peace and their mental state. They try to control it, right, on a deep level. But they don't waste their energy wishing things were different, nor trying to change others, on how they think or how they do things. They stay focused and positive, and they try to manage their own thoughts and feelings and their behaviors. So I'm just telling you, the mind can do a lot. If you're engaging with a toxic person, right? The people you surround yourself with, they can affect the way how you think. They can affect your actions as well, how you feel, your behavior. If you engage with people who lie, who gossip, who bully, who cheat, who takes they take toll on your well-being as well, because you're seeing them doing that, so you think it's okay to do it as well. You see? So you got to change that. You have to try to change that. And you have to try to thinking everything is 100%. No, it's not. Everything will not be 100%. It's just like, nobody's perfect in life. Nobody's perfect. So you approach the situation, you recognize there's a problem, there's an issue or something, but you got to change that thought, change that choice that you're making. You're controlling, your mental state. The mind does a lot. The mind does a lot. So you gotta learn to change certain things. So beautiful people, thanks for tuning in to my broadcast, and always remember to live, love, laugh, enjoy life, embrace life, and always remember, if you can help somebody along the way, you do so. If you see somebody struggling, take the initiative. I know sometimes some people are proud, they don't want the help, or they're scared. If they take the help, it will be thrown in their face or something. But in times like these, we need people. We need each and every one around us. So have a blessed night. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you were motivated. As I said, my topic tonight is about inner peace, your mental state. And I want to say thanks to everyone. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend, and come on over and send me a message. If you have any questions or concern, please feel free to send me. Thank you so much, and have a blessed night. Mwah.